I can't afford perlite. I used to get a 4 cubic foot bag of perlite over here at the Seminole Feed Store for $19 and some change. Now they want $49 and some change for it. So anytime I get some of this foam, usually it's meat that's packed in these things, and this works pretty good, you know, to help the drainage and stuff on some of your potting soil and stuff. So I clip these up into small pieces. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting that. It works pretty good. It's a little bit time consuming, but you can do this with the white foam trays. You can do this with the black trays, the beige trays, the green trays. As long as it's the styrofoam. But it works. And it's free. Well, technically it's not free because you've already paid for whatever it come in. But it only takes a couple of minutes to cut these things up. And you can cut them smaller pieces if you want to, but it takes you a little longer. And if I was able to go out dumpster diving anymore, I would be getting all the foam trays like this I could find in the dumpsters. But it don't take much. But that mix is good with the soil and everything. Let's see. Where's my pickup stick? I about got this thing. I need to get me a bucket and go over here and get me a bucket of sand. Now, okay. We'll throw them over there for right now. I don't let anything go to waste that can be composted. These are some limbs that come off that magnolia tree over there, and there's a bunch of leaves on here that I'm going to chop up. I've still got a bunch of leaves I need to rake up. I want to make some leaf mold. I don't know what these are. Now, what I want to do is put a bunch of these leaves together. I have got to get some seeds planted. Got to get some seeds planted. I got to plant some more loquats. That's the Japanese plums. And I gotta get some jalapeno mild pepper plants. I don't think I got any. I got the seeds, but I don't have the. All right, where's the seed? Yeah, I got I've been messing with all this back here, and I should have been getting some of my stuff. I'll let them swell up. I'm planting mild jalapeno peppers and another run of loquats, Japanese plums. And I'll tell you what, I'm not So far, all the Japanese plums that's coming ripe now, they don't have any dang seeds. So, I hope I can find some. I'm not sure where I got these mild jalapeno seeds, but I'm gonna put 2 or 3 seeds in each thing. Whew. Yeah, I figure by this time next year, I'll be able to start selling plants. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff established and all my ducks in a row. Oh, in the morning I got to get out here and take a bunch of cuttings from that camellia, and plus I'd like to do about 15 or 20 air layering plants on that camellia, and I want to do some air layering on that azalea. All right, planting these jalapeno miles. They're I like them. I like the strong ones too, but I can't pig out on them. They're too strong for me. Okay, that's got them. Now I have to put these domes on these things. And I need to wash this out. Alright, push that over. I have to weight them down. Well, where's my pickup stick? Dadgummit. There it is, right in front of the dauber's face. Now, I'm only going to put one seed. This is the loquats. I'm only going to do I only got 12 seeds. What is this, the 10th or the 11th? I'm not sure, it's one or the other. All right. One loquat, 2 loquats, 3 loquats, 4 loquats, 5, and you get the picture. 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I dropped that one down in there. I have to fish that one out. 10, 11. Get this one out. Well, shoot. 12. Now, I wish I had some, what's in here? Okay. Alright, there's the 12. Loquats or Japanese plums. We'll close the vents on that. And these should, what can I lay on them? Good wind come up, it'll blow them lids off, so I need to put something. I think the bricks will be too heavy, but well, I'll see. You know, I don't understand me sometimes. I got plenty to do here. No money in it right now. And I'm making plans. But a while ago, I was sitting here thinking, I wasn't videoing nothing. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I get real negative. I just want to go in there and lay down on the bed and go to sleep. And sometimes I think I just want to go to sleep and not wake up. So many things I want to do, but I can't do. I feel like some people say, oh, you done all right, Russell, and all that, but no, I didn't. If I'd done all right, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. Here's the thing. When you're all right, that means, for instance, if your car breaks down and you don't have the money to fix it, that's not all right. If for some reason the landlord decides she's putting all this stuff up for sale, if we was all right, we'd be say, hey, we'll buy it. Well, we can't do that, so that we're not all right. If I wanted to just drop everything and go over to Long John Silver's and have a meal, I can't do it. That's not all right. If we wanted to hop in the car and take a 2-day trip up to North Carolina, up to the home place where I dearly would love to go there just one more time, well, we can't do it. We can't do it. If I wanted to go dumpster diving, I can't do it. Why? Because there's none within reach of this scooter, and I'm getting very nervous about this scooter because it's not acting right. It may be wore out. When over at the other place, I could do a little bit of dumpster diving and trash picking. Well, I can't do it here. So that's not all right. And I started this GoFundMe thing where I think I've got $320 something in it. But then I got to thinking, supposing I accumulated enough on that GoFundMe to where I could buy that scooter. That would be wonderful. But those cotton picking things need maintenance. This one needs maintenance, but I don't have to pay for it. The VA pays for it. Supposing I got that big one, that would be great for a while till it needed batteries. Batteries for that thing's $500. Batteries for this thing was $400. I didn't have to pay for it, VA did. If that big fancy one had problems, then it has to go in the shop, and there ain't no VA gonna be picking up the bill on it. So that's not all right. No, I've not done all right. I kept a roof over our heads and food on the table. made some bad decisions. I let somebody go pick up my son from the school because he had a doctor's appointment. And him and that girl both was killed. I should have been the one going and get him. Just a whole lot of stuff. No, I've done okay. But just like living in my house that I'd been in there for 28 years, it was ours. It wasn't fancy, but it was ours. It was mine and my wife's. And after my wife died, it was mine and my daughter's, or it would have been hers. But for some stupid reason, and I hadn't figured it out to this day, what got into us thinking that we was living in a house rent-free. We owned it. All we had to do was pay the taxes and make repairs. And we hopped in the car and we moved our butts to town in an apartment. We went from paying no rent or anything to paying, I think at that time the rent was about $700 a month. Might not even been that much. And we've been renting ever since. And now we're paying $900 and something a month rent on this place. And it's nothing. It's not really run down, but it could use some work. But no, not doing okay. And some people will, I had somebody say the other day, well, is your fans on YouTube, are they helping you out? They have helped me out tremendously, but I can't depend on that. So no, I'm not doing okay. I started, let's see, when I come out of the factory, I started an upholstery shop with another guy. His name was David Sosby, my name was Russell Pearson, and we called it David Russell. We used David's name first because it just sounded better than Russell David. But David Russell Upholstery. And we went beyond just reupholstery and we started building new early American style and traditional style living room chairs and sofas from the ground up. I mean, from the frames to whole 9 yards. And we were selling it. And then we was doing pretty good. But there was somebody going around every weekend and setting the building on fire in town there. And one weekend they got us. And we decided not to start it back up. So I had that business. I had David Russell. I can't even remember the second one. But I was buying furniture from the factory, and I'd take the truck and I'd head out of town, out of state, and sell that stuff on the roadside. And I always sold it all. Then what did I do? I know, I can't remember. But about 6, but most of the time I got a business going real good or something, and I got tired of it and I sold it. I had one business, it was called Foam City. I bought big blocks of polyurethane foam rubber and cut them down the side and fabricated different things out of foam and redone cushions that people wanted new cushions in their covers on their furniture and stuff like that, and did all that. Doing great. And this lady that was working for me, her name was Cindy Marshall. Her husband was a deputy sheriff. And one day I was saying, you know, I'm thinking about just closing up and doing something else. She said, why would you do that? I said, I don't know. She said, well, if you decide to do that, would you just sell me the business? So from that, I wound up selling her the business. And I had a building. Well, I had a business called Fabric Barn. It was a retail fabric stores and sewing notions and stuff like that. It was called Fabric Barn. I had one store out in Spar, and I had one store in Citrus, or in Ocala. And I got screwed on that one. I closed the one in Spar, and I was going to close the one in Ocala, and my mama and my sister worked in the other store in Spar. And she begged me to sell her that business in Ocala. Big friggin' mistake. I sold it to my mama. It was 6 figures. And that was my fault. I knew my mama didn't have enough sense to run a business like that. She quit doing any advertising, any of that stuff. The next thing I know, somebody come in tonight. That's when I opened a business called Foam City, and somebody come in there and said, what happened to your place over there on 201? I sold it to somebody else, and they said, well, it's closed. I went over there, and everything was gone. This building was empty. Hundreds of thousands of yards of upholstery fabrics and garment fabrics and sewing notions and upholstery supplies and all that stuff. Don't know what she did to it. She didn't say jack nothing to me. Closed it up. And of course, the payment stopped then. She was making payments on it. No, I'm not all right. Yes, I've made lots of... But I don't know what gets me in these doldrums like this. like earlier today, I was in a good mood. I was doing stuff, getting stuff done. And then I was sitting here taking a break, and I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? So now, I don't know. Maybe I need to talk to my doctor and get him to up my meds on my it's some kind of, for your mood swings, I can't, citrapram or something like that. So now, I would like to run down to the store and get me a treat of some kind, but guess what? I'm broke. I've got money in Amazon, but I'm gonna spend that at Amazon. I need to quit. Every month when my check hits, I take a pretty good chunk of what I got coming out of that $150. Now I buy a gift certificate at Amazon. I need to quit that. I need 4 1x4s by 8 foot pine boards, because I got to put braces on these tables or they're going to fall. Ain't but $10. But guess what? I even looked on Amazon to see if they sold them. They sell some certain kinds of boards, but nothing like what I need. And if they did, it would be 3 prices. Cause I can get them at Lowe's for about $9 counting tax. They're about $2 a piece. But I gotta get them fixed. And I need to figure out what kind of plants I'm gonna put in them hanging baskets. I guess I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna put something in them, and I can get, well, I can get hangers for these. They clipped on the edge there, and you can hang them. Or I'd rather have pots like those. It's more decorative. So I've got to get out of these doldrums I'm in. I don't know what gets me. Just sometimes occasionally I'll be in a good mood, and then all of a sudden I crash. And I've lost a couple of subscribers the other day that I really liked. They weren't mad at me or anything. They were just saying we're gonna drop the YouTube for a while and all that stuff. They didn't unsubscribe to me, but they quit. They don't talk to me anymore. They don't come to my and I've had to yawn for the last 2 days. Terrible. A while ago, I didn't make a video of this. I had a air layer on this thing, and it's been on there for 3 months. It didn't take. So I redone it. And this is a Laurel Petalum. And it's not been doing all that great. I'm gonna fertilize it tomorrow, but I turned right around and redid the cutting on this thing and made sure I did it right. Put that on, and then I took and put one over on this other limb, just a little bit smaller. Same thing, but I didn't have one on this floor. But that, if they take the next time, I cut that off right there and right there, and then all I got is this stump here. But the stump is viable, and hopefully these take this time, so I'll wind up with 3 instead of just 1 plant. But I bought this from that tool place around the corner down there. I never did like their shrubs, but I did that this morning. Let's see. And somebody told me the other day, wanted to know why I didn't try to do a cutting or an air layer on this orange tree. Well, here's the thing. And I don't understand the what fors or whys, and boy, they're stunning. Look at that little orange right there. See that little orange? I'll be eating that sucker this December. I see little oranges all over this thing. Here's the thing, orange trees in Florida, you can't take a cutting or something off of the limb and do an air layer and get roots on it and then plant it and expect it to produce what it was producing off of this tree. Because here's the thing, the rootstock that's on most of these trees doesn't make good fruit. The rootstock that does, what they do, they take in a cutting, like I can take this cutting here and graft it to some of that good rootstock, and you'll get coming out with it. Ow! Dadgum, got me. But it's something to do with the rootstock. I had a friend that knew how to do that, but he died. But that's why I may do a air layering just for the heck of it and see what it produces. But if you know how to graft, you can buy a rootstock. You can buy just the rootstock. It's a little root, and you graft to that. That's the way that works. Anyway, and these, what do they call them vines? Wistillas? I'm not sure. I need to cut them things. Them things are terrible. They're pretty when they're blooming and everything, but they take over everything. And that's what all this is in this sago palm here. All these vines, I've been cutting them. Wish I knew how to weave some baskets. Oh, I see another lemon up there. I thought it all fell off by now. I want you to look at all the Boston ferns here. This is at the back end of the property. I got me 2 or 3 pots started with that stuff. That makes beautiful arrangements if you get them arranged in there right and let them go out. But they're Boston ferns, and it's just loaded with them here. I could get all I wanted. Well, I got some from over here, and they're not hard to do. Look at them going off in the woods there. But this is the back side of the property. You can see my house over there just on the other side of that garage apartment. I wished I owned this property, could afford to have a house built. It'd be back here. Now this side of it's mowed, but the side behind my house, it's not mowed all the way back. You can see over there, it's a mess. It's a mess. Folks, I guess this is gonna be it for my video today. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm starting to get in a little bit better mood. Tell me what's the truth. And there's the house right over there. And there's a tree. She owns that house right over there. You see them through the tree. She owns that one. And a tree on that property fell down the other day. You can see right here it fell across the fence and everything. And I see a hibiscus over there. I'm fixing to take some more cuttings off of these, all over these there, you can see it, right? Not much smell, but I've got a bunch of cuttings. There's another flower fixing to bloom there. There's one fixing to bloom there. There's one up high that's blooming. I got to get over here and get these leaves up. I want to put them in a bag, plastic bag, to seal them up, and punch holes in the bag and let it sit and let it make leaf mold. All right, guys. Man, I don't understand what gets me in these cotton picking moods. I'm gonna do the nursery. And when I die, I hope I was able to keep working what I'm doing right up to the day I die. I don't want to be in a situation that where I'm bedridden. I don't want to be like that. No, sir. Flies are buzzing around here. All right, folks, that's my video for today. I hope I hadn't been depressing, but I love all of you, and boy, I wish some of those that left me would come back. I wish Naparuski would come back, but she got mad at me about that darn $20 bill where I was trying to pull a prank, and that's not what it looked like. not what it looked like. I loved her, man. And when I talked at a live stream with her, a private one, we talked 2 hours. 2 hours. Boy. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here, folks. See ya.